So even with everything that's going on around the world right now, that doesn't seem to be stopping Sony with any of their product launches. And today we have some brand new leaks surrounding the highly anticipated Sony WH-1000XM4 headphones that will complement the leaks that we saw last month. So first off, we have a screenshot of Walmart's inventory manager having the 1000XM4s listed as retailing for $350. Which is good news because this means Sony won't be increasing the price of their 1000XM4 headphones. Now, having the 1000XM4 headphones increase in price isn't entirely out of the question because if you remember correctly, the original 1000Xs actually used to retail for $400. But for right now, it looks like the 1000XM4s are a lock for $350, the same as the current 1000XM3s. And also, there was a product page on Best Buy's site featuring the 1000XM4s that went live for a while before eventually getting taken down. So since Best Buy has a product page ready to go, and it looks like Walmart is getting ready to take inventory of these headphones, I think we might be seeing a late May or June release date for the Sony 1000XM4s. Sony will probably be doing the same thing with the 1000XM4s like they did with their WH-710Ns and their WF-XP700s. First they announced them, and then a few days later they went up for pre-order, and then 2 weeks later they finally went on sale. Now, from the looks of these images we've got of the 1000XM4s, these headphones aren't going to look very different on the outside from the current 1000XM3s. They have the same overall shape, and unfortunately the ear pads haven't been changed all that much. They look a little different from the 1000XM3s, but they don't look all that much roomier. Which is a shame because I would really like the ear pads on the 1000XM4s to be way more spacious so that they can better compete against the Bose NC700s comfort-wise. Because, like I've said in the past, I actually feel that the Sony XP900Ns are way more comfortable than the 1000XM3s because they have much roomier ear pads. But from the looks of these pictures, it does look like the 1000XM4s will have a much thinner headband than the one found on the 1000XM3s. But overall, the 1000XM4s are going to be an internal spec bump from the 1000XM3s, just like how the 1000XM2s were a spec bump from the original 1000Xs. And I wouldn't expect a full-on design overhaul of Sony's headphones until at least the Sony 1000XM5s. But with all that being said, here's what we can expect from the 1000XM4s. Best Buy's site confirms that the 1000XM4s are still using 40mm drivers. They haven't been changed to the 30mm drivers like on the 710Ns or the Huron 3s. These headphones have also been upgraded to Bluetooth 5.0, but I wouldn't get my hopes up for its simultaneous multi-device connectivity like on the Bose NC700s or like on a lot of other headphones, because even though the 710Ns are also using Bluetooth 5.0, they can still only be connected to one device at a time. And it also looks like aptX support is out the door. Now, if you're an iPhone user, this doesn't really matter because your iPhone is going to use AAC anyways, but if you're an Android user, you might have to use LDAC from now on. Now, from the leaks that we saw last month, we can expect the 1000XM4s to be more power efficient than the 1000XM3s. So I think we might be seeing an advertised battery life of 35 hours with ANC turned on the 1000XM4s, matching the 710Ns. Or maybe we might even see a 40-hour battery life on the 1000XM4s just because those are Sony's most premium ANC headphones. But nonetheless, a battery boost on the 1000XM4s from the 1000XM3s could be guaranteed. Now, Sony's new Speak to Chat feature, which was first mentioned on the Quick Start guide for the 1000XM4s, which was leaked last month, still hasn't been fully explained. But personally, I'm really looking forward to the 1000XM4s because we could see some serious ANC performance gains. Which is insane because the current 1000XM3s already have amazing ANC performance. Now, I've been using the 710Ns for a bit now, and I'm currently working on my review of them. But as a sneak peek, I've already put the 710Ns through an ANC test, and just as you'd expect, the 710Ns block out more noise than the 700Ns, which is good. But surprisingly, the $200 710Ns actually managed to block out a little more noise than the $250 XP900N. But so that you can see for yourself, we're going to jump into an ANC test. So, like I just said, the 710Ns managed to block out more noise than the 700Ns, which is awesome. But the 710Ns also have no problem keeping up with the XP900Ns, and in some instances actually managed to block out a little bit more noise. Now, it's not a noticeably huge difference, but you would think that Sony would want to have a larger performance delta between the 710Ns and XP900Ns and make sure that the XP900Ns block out noticeably more noise than the 710Ns, so that you have more of a compelling reason to upgrade to the XP900Ns from the 710Ns. But they don't. The 710Ns block out just as much noise as the XP900Ns, if not a little more. So I feel that if Sony is confident enough to put this type of ANC performance into their entry-level ANC headphones, I think we might be seeing some major ANC performance improvements on the 1000XM4s from the 1000XM3s. And besides, Sony does need to give users with the 1000XM3s a reason to upgrade. Bose and Sennheiser aren't all that far behind, and Sony might be feeling the pressure from Apple's rumored ANC headphones, which could be right around the corner. So I don't think that we'll have to wait all that long for the Sony 1000XM4s. I think right now it looks like we'll be getting a mid-May announcement, and then they'll go on sale a few days later, but personally I wouldn't be surprised if they're hard to get at launch because of our global health situation, and Sony has already said that their PS5s are going to have limited stock when they first release. Now, the 1000XM4s are going to be mostly a spec boost bump from the 1000XM3s. I think we can expect better battery life, some ANC performance gains, and then there's also that speak to chat feature, which personally I'm very curious about. Now, if you're looking into getting a pair of ANC headphones right now, I would definitely hold off from getting the 1000XM3s because the 1000XM4s are right around the corner. But if you are looking for a deal, then the 1000XM3s are a bargain and definitely one of the best ANC headphones out there if you can get them for $278. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit that like button and get subscribed. It helps out more than you realize. If you want to pick any of the products up mentioned in this video, those will be linked in the description down below, and you can also support the channel by checking out the merch store. But other than that, I'll catch you next time.